welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica. I am a therapist and a content creator here on YouTube. I love talking all things mental health, self-care, productivity, and entrepreneurship. And today I wanted to take you along to plan my week. These are the tools that I use to plan my week. I use ClickUp, and then I also use my quarterly planner and Google Calendar. So these are like the top 3 things that I use throughout the week to make sure that I am organized. And then I'm also going to share towards the end a couple of apps that I use as well. I typically do this on Sundays. I'm going to start off with just logging into my ClickUp account. I have a weekly check-in checklist and it looks like this. And this is where I just do all of these tasks that will help me get clear, get current for the next week. I actually ended up getting this idea from another YouTuber. I can't remember her YouTube channel because it's been a while, but I got this idea of making it like kind of like a weekly checklist of what to do to help you prepare to have a more peaceful week ahead. So for me, this is a reoccurring task on my ClickUp where I just do this every Sunday to prepare me for the week. So the very first thing is to bring my email inbox to 0. So I'll toggle to my inbox, and as you can see, I do have a couple of emails. I have it says here like I have a payment due. I think this is for my taxes. So what I do is I will actually, I'm not replying on the weekends, but if I did want to reply on the weekends, I would schedule emails to be sent out on Monday, which is really cool. Something you could do if you're always overwhelmed about like having a lot of emails on Monday and you want to get a little bit ahead. Then if you do use a Gmail account, you can schedule emails ahead, so that's pretty cool. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually move this to a label. These are the labels that I use. So I use action required, waiting for a response, or reference. This is how I clean out my inbox. So for right now, I know that I have to pay this invoice. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it on Monday. So I'm gonna do action required. And then I have a message on a chat, so I'm just gonna also put action required. And there you go, my email box is 0. So I do have 2 email boxes, one for my like personal brand and the other one is for my therapy. So I'm not gonna show my therapy email. I'll do that outside of this, but I just wanted to show you guys how kind of I do clear my inbox. So we're gonna go back to the weekly check-in. So bring inbox to 0. Then what I do is clear my desk. So obviously right now I'm still working on it because I'm gonna be planning. So I'll probably do that at the end of this video, but I also do clear my desktop. So what that means is so that I'm not overwhelmed, what I'll do is I have a sort folder, and in that sort folder I just keep a bunch of things. Like if I've saved things to my desktop, I will put them there, and then on Sundays I will move them to where they need to go. So I already know that this needs to go to this video that I'm recording, so I'm gonna actually create a template for this video, which is going to be a plan with me video. And so I'm gonna put what I have on my sort folder, so like screenshots and things like that that I need for this video, into this folder. And so I do that, and then I'll just delete what I have here because I don't longer need it because it's already saved in my drive. And then I have a couple of other things that I need to save. I know one of them is going to be for a future video, so I'm just going to also make a template for that. I have a future video that I'm doing on EMDR, and so I'm just going to do that and add those assets that I had saved into that, and then delete them from the sort folder. And my vision board, I just leave it there. That does need to be sorted. But now I don't have anything on my desktop. Everything is sorted, and I can go back to my weekly checklist or check-in and say that I already cleared my desktop. Now I get to plan my week and Monday. So what I do is I do plan the week ahead. And I also plan my day for Monday. So that way I wake up Monday and I already know what I'm gonna do that day. So that's what we're going to do. And like I said, I use my quarterly planner. So what I do for that to do my weekly planning is, again, I will open up ClickUp and I will go to the everything space. If you use ClickUp, you'll have it on the left side and you'll see everything. And this is gonna show you everything that you like need. And what I end up doing is I will sort it by me mode, meaning it's just gonna show me just what is assigned to me. So we're gonna do that. Now I'm in the everything, click the everything folder, and now I have the everything view. So this basically shows me what I have going on for the week. And then what I also do on another tab, I will open up my Google Calendar. And I have a list of the calendars that I use. I have like client appointments, I have a calendar for time blocking. So you're not seeing everything here because, again, because of HIPAA, I can't really show you specifically what my client appointments are. I will show you a picture of what that looks like so that you know. So I will have to look at so this is my calendar view. And so I'll look at the view just to see what is coming up, and then I'll open up my planner. This is how the weekly view looks like. So I plan this out and then I plan my day. I'm gonna take some time to just put on my headphones, put on some jazz music. I usually just Google on YouTube like jazz, like lo-fi music, and I will put that on and I will just start planning. So I'll come back after I've filled all of this out and kind of show you my plan for the week and how I use all those tools. So let's get started. Okay, so I am done with my weekly planning and my daily planning. So I already showed you, this is how my weekly planning goes, where I just do a brain dump of the top 3 things I need to get done. And usually the top 3 tasks are the things that, like, how would I feel if I didn't get these things done this week? Like, will I feel more anxious? Usually if it's like one of those things, if I'm gonna feel more anxious putting it off, then it's probably should be a priority for me. Also, things that take a lot more energy will be on my focus 3, as opposed to other tasks that I know if I are just like low energy tasks, so let's just say things just don't go as planned, I can at least get those other things done. So that's kind of how I try to pick my top 3 and then use my other tasks. And again, these are all the appointments that I put here are just like things that are outside of the ordinary, and they're not part of my weekly schedule. Let's go ahead and talk about my daily scheduling. So like I said, I use what I have for the week on my weekly page to dictate what my focus 3 are going to be for my day-to-day scheduling. I used to not be a day-to-day scheduler, but what I ended up figuring out is that sometimes, so I have a block for clients, but that doesn't mean that I will always have a client on that block. Either clients won't schedule that day or I have a cancellation. So sometimes things just move around and I have a bigger gap of time. And so when I do have those gaps of time, I could use them to do other tasks or get ahead in the week. So it's really nice because sometimes I will have a full day. Like Tuesday this week, I have a full day of clients. I think no, just kidding. I don't have a full day, but I do have clients back to back from 8 to 1. From 8 to 2. I do have clients back to back from 8 to 2. So I typically have a 2 to 3, but they didn't schedule this week. So I have time to right after work and get off of work an hour early and go get my eyebrows done. So I hope that makes sense. But in my daily, I can write down my focus 3, which is tomorrow, I'm gonna do a spring reset cleaning task. I'm doing spring cleaning, but in chunks. So I don't know if that video has already gone up, but by the time you see this, that video might come up, or it's the next video for next week, where I just like, I'm trying to spring clean, but I know it would be overwhelming if I do it all at once. So I'm like chipping it off away from it, and I'm doing a video on it. So Monday I want to do one cleaning task, and then I want to create my newsletter for the month. So I do a monthly newsletter. So if you're not signed up, I have a link below. My monthly newsletter really is just a tool for mental health. There's a bunch of different tools. You'll get kind of like a content recap of what I've posted if you've missed something and things like that. So really, really would appreciate if you sign up for the newsletter. So I'm creating my newsletter, and then I have to create 3 draft treatment plans. So 3 treatment plans I have to create. I just draft them because with the client, I go over with them during their appointment. And the reason I have 3 is I have 1 client that I'm gonna go over with that day, and then 2 clients the next day. And so I just kind of already wanna have that prepared for the next 2 days. And then I want to start editing the plan with me video if I have margin to do it, and pay the invoice that I got on that email. And then so because I use this planner, which is created by Jess Massey from Hustle Sanely, she has created what is called the Hustle Sanely 5. So these are 5 habits that you do weekly so that you can have a more peacefully productive life. And so I love this because it really is doing, not the bare minimum, but like really just helping you focusing on things that are just going to make you feel better and feel like you are having control for your life. So for one of the Hustle Sanely 5s are completing your focus 3, so those 3 focus tasks, and then move for 30 minutes. And so what I use as far as like for movement, you choose a move for 30. So typically my workouts are between 30 to 40 minutes. I do strength training workouts 3 times a week. And so on Monday, I have it programmed on my Copilot app, which is the app that I use for workouts, to do a upper body workout. So I put that there, and then tidy for 15 minutes. I have to clean the oven because I haven't done that, and that's also part of my spring reset task. So I'm almost kind of putting those together. And then one kind thing for myself, I put here, allow to change my mind on task. The reason why I put that is because I just had family over this past week, and so I'm just trying to get kind of mentally reset and come back to my routine. So I'm just gonna be kind to myself. If I don't do some of these tasks, it's okay. So I just have to kind of give a reminder for myself to be kind. And then a kind thing for someone else is send a text to a friend. I think that's always just a good reminder to send someone text, say for them to have a good morning. And then I have that. And then my schedule looks like that. I've put where I'm gonna do my workout. getting ready, where I'm gonna do my focus 3, and then lunch, and then when I have my client appointments, and when I'm gonna do my tidy for 15. So I have some blank spaces, but I don't think I'm gonna fill them out. If I end up being slower in the morning and not get to accomplish like my focus 3, I can do those right before my consult call and stuff. So I like to keep margin in my schedule so it's not completely packed, but I also know I don't want to keep it completely just like nothing in there, because then I just feel like I'll be wasting my time and just not do anything during those blocks. So that's how I basically schedule for the week and for Monday. And I do this every day. Like at the end of the day, I will do my kind of schedule on my focus 3, and I use my week at a glance to kind of guide me. And so all of these tasks are on my ClickUp. My ClickUp is where I'll move tasks around, and then once they're finalized, I put them in my planner, right? So I try not to move a lot of things in my planner. Once it's in my planner, that's what I plan to do, you know? So that's how I use my ClickUp and my Google Calendar to do all those things. But let's go back to my weekly check-in, because now we've done plan my week. The next thing on my weekly check-in is to assign my VA tasks. I don't think I have any tasks that I have to assign Kaylee this week. Kaylee is my assistant, so I'm just gonna check that off. And then my 12-week year check-in. I'm currently doing the 12-week year, but I think by the time that you're watching this, I should already be done with it. Like I should already be like done with the 12-week year. And my check-in, it is, I'm not gonna go into much detail about my check-in because I have a whole video where I explain how I do my check-ins and all that. But yeah, weekly check-in. I do need to plan my outfits for the week, and I do that on Canva. I am doing, because of the 12-week year, I am doing this thing called Project 333, which is wearing 33 pieces of clothing for the past 3 months. And so I'm gonna just plan my outfits by using Canva. Again, I'm gonna skip through that part because I've already showed you guys and you know most of this stuff already. And then meal planning. So the last thing that I have here is to add, I need to manually add some income to my Simple Practice account. But that's like when clients give you cash and things like that, like you have to add the income manually. So I need to add that, but that's gonna take a couple of minutes. And then I have meal planning. So I've already done that. I did that before I even started this because my husband and I like to go and do grocery shopping really early in the morning. So I either do my meal planning on Saturday if I want to get ahead, which I did want to get ahead this week because again I'm trying to reset. So I already did my meal planning, but I use my iPad for meal planning. I just did this, I'll put it here. I just used a Canva template. Like I created this on Canva, or I used someone else's template, I think, I don't know. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I just did like meal planner, and you have so many templates, digital templates there, and I downloaded and exported it to GoodNotes. And so I use that, and typically dinner is always different, and lunch is always leftovers. And my breakfast is pretty much just like eggs and spinach, or just a waffle or something super simple. I'm not prioritizing just changing it up right now because I already have a lot of things going on. So yeah, I already done my meal planning. Once we've done with meal planning, we use an app called Our Groceries. And what I love about that app is that you can put your recipes for your meals, and then it makes it so easy to just, I'll give you an example. So these are like, this is the Our Grocery app, and so you can put all of the like shopping, these are different shopping lists. So if you have shopping lists for Amazon, we have Kroger, Sprouts, like Tom Thumb. Like sometimes there are things that we can't buy in certain stores, and then we have our recipe. So let's just say we're doing air fryer burgers. If you click that, you have all of the individual ingredients, and if you click like we need cheese slices, if I click cheese slices, it will add it to the Trader Joe's list. So that I think is so cool, and it makes our life so much easier. to just plan things out, and we both share this. So if, let's just say, my husband is in the grocery store and I need to add a couple of things, I'll tell him, hey, I've added a couple of things. Like, I'll text him, hey, I've added a couple of things. Sometimes he'll see it before I even text him, and he'll be like, oh, I already got it. So that really helps us too. And even when we know we're running out of something for the week, we always have our phones with us. So if, let's just say, I know I'm running out of toilet paper, I will put that on our grocery app. So this really helps us just be able to help each other out and just like take both responsibility about things that we need to get around the house. So that is how I plan my week. It is pretty, I feel like it's pretty simple. Hopefully that is how it came across. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Anything that I've talked about, I will link it down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your week, and hopefully you did this while you're planning your own week. And check out the planner. I really love this planner. It's been hard for me to find planners that I love. I usually like quarterly undated planners, so I love the fact that these are quarterly planners, so it's only for the next 3 months, and that way I don't feel like I just have like one planner that I have to use a whole year. Some people are like that, and that's totally fine. But for me, I like to change it up sometimes, and so having quarterly planners makes it to where I can change my planner up. So I hope you guys have a good day. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll talk to you next time.